Hey guys, Luke here from Anything Scout. So today we're going to start a new series where essentially we just look at trucks, ads, and review them. Just give you essentially what we see. So we're not going to tell you how much this is worth, what you should pay for it, whether or not you should buy it. Everything's got value. It's just determine, is it right for you? Are you looking at what you think you're looking at? So we're just going to go through, tell you exactly what we see, and kind of critique stuff as we see necessary. The series doesn't really have a name, so it's just going to be called like, would you look at that, or something. If you got a better idea, which I'm sure you do, throw it in the comments and we'll go from there. So we'll just jump right into it. It's a 1977 International Harvester Super Scout 2 is what they say. 4x4 4-speed. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and skip all these words. You can read all that stuff and determine whether or not it fits in with what I'm saying or if it's what you're looking for. And we'll just jump right to the pictures. And I'm going to do my best to kind of make my thoughts audible here, but it might be a learning process. So these far out pictures, again, just looks like a really clean truck. Very complete on the exterior so far. These soft tops are tough to come by. These SS2 trucks are a little bit tricky because I'll tell you right now. So with flares, door inserts, the decals, you can hide a lot of bad stuff pretty easy. So we'll go through and see how nice everything is. So just based off what I'm seeing right now, this was repainted somewhat recently. It looks very clean, or it was taken in very good shape. So I do like to see, you can see this little seam here in the corner cap. Both sides had it. I like to see that. Because when they fill it, like Bondo that straight over, those are the shops that don't really know Scouts and they try to just cover that up. Or it's like a hot rod shop or something. Not my style, not original. So when I see it original, that's a good thing. The gaps here all look nice. Both sides of the tailgate, pretty even. Got all the decals. Everything's looking pretty good so far. This does have the original rally wheels. If we can get, I don't know if we'll get a better picture of those. We can talk about that more later. Plastic all looks good. Here is a classic reproduction. Well, not reproduction, but when you replace these mirrors, you get these wonky one up, one down. Because they don't actually make mirrors that are specific for the SS2, so these are kind of some side Jeep mirror or something. And you have to like cut and re-drill them if you want to try to get them level. Those are always a little wonky. Yeah, again, everything on the exterior is looking very complete, very original to style. Not that it's actually original, but original looking. So these door inserts, I believe the originals were plastic and the reproductions are fiberglass. And I don't know, I cannot fully tell the difference without actually being there touching them. So I'm not sure. Those might be original. They're pretty nice for original. Usually the originals, the plastic gets brittle and starts to break. But those 50-50, not that the fiberglass ones are bad, so it doesn't necessarily matter. Okay, grill all looks good. And this paint job looks pretty nice. You know, you're not getting, so far I haven't seen kind of a bunch of overspray or bad tape jobs or anything like that. So these are not the original flares. The original Baja flares were kind of like a flat, floppy thing. So these are just some aftermarket bushwhacker flares, but that's fine there. It's good stuff. Okay, again, pretty clean paint. I haven't seen a lot in these decals. It's easy to get a lot of bubbles, so I don't see a lot of bubbles. That's good. Often if I'm quiet during this, it means I'm not seeing anything out of place, and so that's a good thing. So again, these are the original rally style wheels. There's companies like Summit and other people make kind of some wagon wheel looking things, but these are the originals, and it's tough to tell, but these little triangles have a little bit of radius to them going inwards. So that's something that a lot of wheels don't have. And then there's Jeep wheels that look very similar to these. It has a slightly different dish, and those will actually, in between the lugs here, there will be some little holes. So that's the easiest way to identify if they're Jeep wheels, that they're gonna have a different dish, and I think it has a different offset. So those can work, but not the greatest. So these appear to be all original. New tires, that's sweet. Fresh meats. Ooh, okay. Here we get a little peek at something. So right here, this is the inner rocker, this lower C-channel piece, and then the outer rocker sandwiches on top of that, and those should run all the way down the body. But then right here we got a little something, and so I'm guessing there's a rocker cover that's put over top of original rockers, which is not ideal. So we'll keep moving and we'll see if we get a better picture of that. Right here we got a little schmutz there, maybe just like some buffing compound, road grime, who knows. I'm not too concerned about that. I don't see, the paint's not real wavy or anything, so I think that this was probably a clean truck and they did a good job on the paint job. The original wheel there, that's sweet. Interior's looking really clean, real original. These seats, just kind of the mid-back seats, they've been recovered, it looks to me. Pretty simple, clean, nothing elegant, but it's outdoors, so you don't want to like cloth or anything, because if this thing's out in the rain, so it's a pretty good way to go. Okay, looking good. So this wheel is a little bit more, I'm not sure, so this decal was never in the middle of that wheel. They just slapped that in there. I'm not entirely sure why. That should just be plain. So I'd maybe pop that off, but to each their own. Looks like original radio, original gauges, original knobs, all in good shape. Yep, there's that big boy, sweet. Original heater controls, good shape. Those sometimes get a little sticky, but you can't tell that from a picture. If they're there, you can tune them up. So here we got the little fin decal, which is where it should be on an SS2. Ooh, and something I didn't, okay, yep. So the covers here, these are SS2 vent covers. And the SS2 dash actually has little snaps. So either they put in snaps, or this is indeed an original SS2. And the dash, in that case, is in great shape. No cracks on an original SS2 dash, would be amazing. Got the VIN tag over there, and then there should be, yep, the actual metal VIN plate on this side, on the passenger side. Original glove box. Out of cardboard, they always get crusty, especially in these trucks. You get water down in there, the cardboard droops out, but you can get plastic ones. Rear seat was recovered also, just looks like a black vinyl. Simple, keep it simple. So this has the original rear floor, the reproduction rear floor. The ribs are wider than these, so there's less ribs and they're wider. So this is an original rear floor, which is in amazing shape. It also has, you can see here, the original rear body mounts. Most people, if you do replacements, you just do hex head bolts through there with a washer, but these are actually carriage bolts in the original. So original floor, amazing shape. I'm guessing it was repainted because there's dents, but not a lot of scratches. But still, to not have any rust there is really good. I don't think I see any kind of patchwork, so yeah, because there's just a few. Well, those could be like spot welds. There's a few dents, but some spot weld. So really great shape. There's a better picture of that VIN tag. They put a speaker. There should just be an air vent there, but they put a speaker. As far as I know, that wasn't original SS2 stuff. Not a bad idea. Put a speaker. This is the passenger side, looking kind of upside down. So VIN tag, yep, verifies 77. They got another speaker there, and you can kind of catch a little glimpse of the floor, and that looks original. It's sort of hard telling with reflection stuff, but it appears to be a pretty nice truck. Engine bay, I'm not going to go into too much detail here. Just kind of tell you again. It's looking fairly original. There are a lot of little, whether you have smog. This looks like a 196 4-cylinder gold box edition. Brake booster. This is the drum or disc brake master cylinder, which makes sense. 77. You can have front disc brakes. Okay, no fan shroud. Not a huge deal. You can get those new. yeah, everything looks. I mean, again, you don't really know how it runs. You can hear what they say until you get compression or actually test it out. Who knows what could be going on there? But if they say it runs, I think Bringatrailer's got a pretty robust backing program. So here you get a little glimpse of, they taped off this little decal here. You can kind of see, just wherever you tape, paint always leaves a little bit of like a burr where it just pools up, like the, I don't know, the meniscus of the paint onto the tape. So you get just a little bit of edge. So you can tell they taped that off, so this has all been repainted here. You don't see those little heater ducts a lot. That's kind of to preheat some of the air. Okay, you got the jack, lug wrench, all that good stuff. So again, original, very complete truck. Original overflow catch can. Alright, here we go. Maybe we'll get into some other details stuff. So stock 19-gallon gas tank, skid plate. I don't know if it's the steel or a poly tank. Can't really tell from there. Dana 44 rear axle. So here we got, let's rewind. Let's go back to our rocker panel discussion. So here, passenger side looking towards the front of the truck. This is the outer rocker. Here's part of the inner rocker. Those should be complete all the way down. So somebody put this little cover over the rocker panel. Not the worst thing. Again, these trucks, because of the door inserts, the decals, the flares, it hides a lot of that stuff, but here you can catch a good glimpse of that. Not the worst thing, but the question is, how did they treat it underneath? If it's still just kind of rusty, dirty, raw metal, you're going to come into some problems on that. If they put some coatings, it's not a huge deal, not an ideal way to do it. So just take that into consideration. This isn't a complete show truck. You know, if you wanted to get it back to 100%, you would have to do some metal and paint work. The thing that this makes me nervous about is, what do kind of the cab mounts and wedges, which are right here. So the wedge comes off the rocker and gets onto this body support, and then the cab mount is on top of that, and the body bolt goes through it all. This is like at the driver and passenger side feet. We'll see if we got some other images here. Again, maybe some buffing compound. Could be not the best paint job, but I'm guessing it's just there's some grime. There's a better picture of that rocker panel just kind of riveted on. A little bit suspect. I don't think there was any reason for that as far as the SS2 inserts go, as far as structure, stability, whatever. We'll keep moving along. Looks like the underside was all just kind of fogged out, black painted. Not the worst thing. It seems like they cleaned up all the grease and that kind of stuff. You know, it's not super dirty with black paint over top of it. It's actually clean and then black paint. So just cosmetic work there. Dana 44 front axle, disc brakes. It's got the stock tie rod and a stock drag link. It could be a reproduction drag link, but if those are stock, the joints are probably worn out, and so you're gonna have some sloppy steering. So, but those are all just kind of stock, standard maintenance items you're gonna have to go through. Again, so this is the driver's side now. Got the same driver and passenger side of that same rocker panel set up. Painted the T-case red there. These floor braces look good. Those are often kind of rusted, and once they're rusted, nobody's making good reproductions of those. So those look like they're in good shape. The floors actually look like they're in good shape. Haven't seen a good picture of the cab mount and wedge yet. There's the T-case, it's all red. Complete e-brake cable set up here, single exhaust. Sweet. So T-case, transfer case, painted red. I don't know. Somebody was getting excited. Wanted to show it off. Looks just like a basic T19, 4-speed, great. In the T19s, there's a wide ratio, close ratio. You can't tell without actually seeing like the serial number on top. So not sure what you're getting. Maybe it says in the description. It's a good reason to read the description. I'm not about it though. Okay, power steering hoses. Again, driver's side floor pan looking pretty good. Nothing suspicious there. Nothing suspicious there. Dana 20. Tons of those. Great transfer case. You can read through that stuff. Some little accessories here, that's nice. Okay, back to the exterior pictures. So all in all, very clean, very original looking truck. Been repainted, has some issues, but if it runs and drives good, it's a great truck to just hop in and get going. So, all right, that's all I got for you. Hopefully that helped you guys out. If you know something I don't know, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm trying to learn and get better at this too, so hopefully we can exchange some information. If not, do what you want with that. Again, I'm not going to tell you how much to pay, what it's worth, whether you should buy it or not. You just take that information, you can do what you want with it. So, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.